Hey, Craig here again from Craig's Journey. Hope this message is finding you well. This is day 71 of treatment. This is my journey with CLL. And if you're watching for the first time, welcome. craigsjourney.com is a website where all the links to the YouTube videos, social media, and there's a lot of information on the site as well. So if you're here for the first time, welcome. Please subscribe and share. And my update has been, I got quite a few things to talk about today. It's been a while since I've done an update, but many things have happened. But overall, pros and cons. The pros are things are doing better. Lymph nodes are definitely reduced. Spleen is definitely smaller. I can definitely tell a difference in just feeling my stomach, as my spleen was huge. It's like twice the size of it's supposed to be. So I think that's reducing, and according to my last doctor visit, he said the same thing. So that's a great thing. I haven't had any scans to find out on that, but that's a good thing. So overall, the medication is definitely working, definitely helping. But on the things that I like to share with these videos are things that I've experienced, and maybe this could help you, just so you know to be prepared a little bit more for things that may blindside you or no one tells you about. So a few things that have happened in the last couple of weeks. Most of the time throughout my life, my weight was about 185, and once I got CLL, I dropped considerably. I think my lowest point was 163, but for quite a while I've been around 170-ish, and that's been about it. I had just, no matter how much I eat, it just doesn't seem to change very much. However, about a week and a half ago, I actually got up to be 182, which I haven't seen my weight in the 180s for years. So I was pretty excited about that, but then within about 5 days I went right back down to around 170 again. Don't know what that is. I haven't really changed my diet. I eat what I eat on a daily basis is very similar. It's very boring for most people, but it helps my digestion, because part of the reason I went to the doctor to begin with was so much trouble with stomach and gut pains and weight loss. That's how I discovered the CLL, along with blood tests and formerly being denied for life insurance, but I didn't follow up on that right away, so I didn't know that was caused by CLL. But there's another chapter about that in another video. So I've had this weight loss thing, which I don't know what caused that. The other thing I can say is I notice in these videos particularly that my cheeks here, this area here, almost looks like a rosacea thing, where it's much redder here than it used to be. And I think that's from the Imbruvica. Imbruvica causes rashes and easy bleeding and bruising, so maybe that's just a part of that. It almost looks like I had ski goggles on, but I haven't. So that's definitely something that's new. I do sleep with a CPAP machine, which has a covering here, but that wouldn't explain things on the outside. So I think it's from the Imbruvica. Honestly, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that it is. Easily bleeding, like I've mentioned before. If I brush my hair too hard, or the brush will scrape my scalp, and I'll get little bleeding spots on my face. And if I rub myself with a towel too much, I may rub something and get a little cut. I noticed 2 of those today, just from bathing. So you have to be really careful, and think about it, and maybe change your hairbrush or your towel even. When you've done something for so long, for so many years, and you're programmed to do it a certain way, it's hard to change those learned activities. So that's something I'm still working on, but that's something to be aware of. I have to say that when I first went to the doctor, I had these horrible stomach pains, and I had a bout with that last week. A couple of days of really bad stomach cramps again. And what I've learned now is that I eat through them. Even though I don't feel well, it's not food associated or something that I drank. I don't believe it is. It's just part of the CLL process. And if I stop eating, I lose more weight, which I do not want to do. I want to maintain my weight. I want to eat as much as I can. Fortunately, I'm hungry all the time, which is great, because that's one way I can battle CLL, is just keeping nourished and drinking a lot of fluids. So I try and do that, but when the stomach cramps hit, it's pretty tough, but that's just part of it. I've also had some repeated gout attacks. It hit my knee the other day, so it makes it really hard to walk around without pain. Fortunately, sitting or lying down and not moving, it doesn't hurt as much, only when you're putting pressure on it. But that happens periodically now, and it only lasts for 2 or 3 days. So manageable, but not fun, but manageable. I have had a lot of dry mouth when I wake up from sleeping. Now, I don't know if that's from the sleep apnea, CPAP machine, or from Imbruvica, or a combination of all of them. Really don't know. So these are just things that I'm putting out there so that you may be aware of them, and it may happen to you, and we can have a conversation about that in the chatting or the comments. Please share if you've had some of the same things happen with you. Ongoing fatigue is one of the things I've noticed the most, is that I just never feel completely refreshed, even though I try to portray that in these videos. On a daily basis, I really don't. I don't have the energy, although I just turned 66, so maybe it's just being 66. I have no idea. But I can feel it when I take the medication every day. I can feel something happening internally, and it lasts most of the day. And I really don't sleep that well. I'm still not getting a full night's rest. I never wake up refreshed, unfortunately. But that's part of it. But a lot of factors are working together here to probably prevent that. But working on that. But one thing I do notice when I wake up in the morning, that I have to be really careful, because if I stretch too hard, I can cramp up something and get a cramp going in my leg. It's incredibly painful. So I've learned for the last few months not to stretch real hard when I wake up, because inevitably a cramp will happen. That actually is my timer that I set on a daily basis, a good reminder, so I remember to take my medication. I take it around noon every day. And I usually take it about an hour or two after I've eaten, so I have a full stomach when I take it. That is my Alexa, so I'm going to tell Alexa to stop. Alexa, stop. So that's my daily reminder. I didn't really time that for the video, but that's interesting. So I have done that. You can use your phone or your watch, because there has been a day or two that I have forgotten to take it, or taken it many, many hours later, which probably is not the best protocol. So that's my update on day 71. All in all, very, very pleased with the results, and we just live with the side effects and share our stories. I'm also involved in some communities with other people who have CLL. CLLsociety.org is a place that I have joined, a community forum in my area. I'm in Orange County, California. And they have them all across the country, so I recommend you join one so you can learn from others and share your stories, and you're not in this alone. As I always say in these videos, craigsjourney.com is the website to share all the links to the YouTube videos and the social media links and information on the site. I also have provided lots of information on the sites with links to other websites that go directly to a CLL reference to save you some time to find out more about it, and to help your journey with CLL, or if you're a caretaker, to help those that you're assisting. Once again, Craig here, signing off for the day 71 of taking Imbruvica for treatment for CLL. Hope you're doing well, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Take care.